for Tuesday, May 1st.
Someone's getting way ahead of themselves. The president of South Korea is rooting for Trump to be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for helping bridge the North-South divide. And no, he's not joking. With the two Koreas now talking peace and denuclearization, President Moon Jae-in says it's mostly thanks to old Donald. The same peace-loving fella who threatened North Korea with nuclear annihilation just a year ago. Sure, the Trump administration has been hurling sanctions and insult tweets left and right, and breathing down both the North's and China's necks. But it's hard to say just how much of that is actually responsible for Kim Jong-un's renewed interest in peace, if he's even truly interested. Seeing Trump and Nobel Peace Prize in the same sentence is mind-boggling enough, but it isn't even the worst part. Former South Korean President Kim Dae-jung won the prize in 2000 for setting up a summit with the North. His widow wished the same to Moon, who then went on to endorse Trump. So the possibility of Trump being awarded a peace prize? Very real? He's definitely all for it. The rest of us, not so much. Ayo. Then pitchforks are at it again on social media, this time over a Utah teen's choice of prom dress. When Kezia Daum tweeted photos of her in a red and gold cheongsam, she didn't realize it was going to blow up the internet. The 18-year-old had spotted the beautiful dress at a thrift store and decided to wear it to senior prom. Over the next week, the teen's tweet went viral, but for all the wrong reasons. Commenters criticized her for wearing the dress when she wasn't even remotely Asian and didn't know its history or significance, basically accusing her of cultural appropriation. Others weren't bothered by the dress, but did find certain poses made by the teen and her friends to be inappropriate. Daum has since responded to her haters, denying any wrongdoing and claiming the poses meant something else entirely. She defended the photos as her show of love and appreciation for Chinese culture and says she won't be taking them down. Keep calm and stay away from the oak trees. Droves of white-haired caterpillars have invaded the British capital, with experts warning they can trigger allergic reactions in humans and pets. UK officials have issued a health warning following an outbreak of toxic caterpillars of the oak processionary moth across London and southeast England. The species is a native of southern Europe, but was accidentally introduced to Britain via imported live oaks in 2005. Each caterpillar contains 62,000 hairs, which are full of spines that can prick skin. They can be released from the body and stay active for up to 5 years. The hairs contain an irritating substance that can cause skin rashes, eye irritation, sore throats, and breathing difficulties. The British Forestry Commission has begun using biopesticides to help eliminate the caterpillars and have cautioned residents against letting children or pets near affected areas. Traps will also be set for the invasive insects around the 150 hotspots identified by the Commission. Oh, this is rare. A copy of the legendary Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was mysteriously purchased by someone in March from a game store that has been carrying it since 1992. Covered by Tech Times, video game industry analyst Matt Piscatella tweeted that he was surprised to see Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Game Gear pop-up in his sales report. Intrigued by the phenomena, Piscatella sent out a tweet hoping people on the interwebs could help him out. However, he wasn't able to immediately get any more info. This led to one theory saying that the game popped up in a Toys R Us as a sell-off, which makes sense, no? A relative of the mysterious buyer retweeted Piscatella and said it was his brother-in-law who bought the game at a store in Wisconsin for just $6.99. And apparently the game was purchased in February and they thought they could play the game with their Sega Game Gear. Sadly, the console didn't work properly. According to Game Rant, since its existence, the Sega Game Gear has totaled 10.62 million units in sales worldwide. It was later forced out of the video game market by Nintendo Game Boy as it was bigger. Well guys, do you prefer Game Gear or Game Boy? Oh, stuff this. This stunning nighttime image of an anteater in Brazil's Emas National Park won Wildlife Photographer of the Year in 2017, but it turns out it's too good to be true. Really. According to the organizers of the competition, London's Natural History Museum, the image is a hoax. Anonymous sources questioned the photo's legitimacy in March, prompting the museum to investigate further. Using their mad scientific skills, experts deduced that the anteater in question is a stuffed one taken from the visitor center at Emma's National Park. The museum says the investigators concluded that the animal's posture, morphology, raised tufts of fur, and patterns on the neck were all too similar to be different. Marcio Cabral, the photographer of the image, maintains that the anteater was real and says he has a witness. The museum says he fully complied with the investigation but had no other images of the anteater. Either way, the museum disqualified Cabral from the prize, removed him from the exhibition, and says he won't be able to enter future contests. Trucker hauling chips gets lost, but doesn't eat any. Truck driver Jacob Cartwright is lucky to be alive after getting lost for 4 days in the woods delivering a truckload of potato chips. According to KATU, Cartwright was driving from Portland to Nyssa, Oregon, to make a 7:30 a.m. Wednesday delivery, but his GPS sent him down the wrong road. The Oregon State Police say Cartwright entered the incorrect address, but since he had never been there before, he didn't know if he was going the wrong way. In the middle of the night, the trucker finally decided to turn around, but his truck began losing traction and got stuck on a snowy, muddy road. Cartwright then started hoofing it and walked 12 to 13 hours a day for the next 3 days. He finally found his way to Interstate 84, where he flagged a driver down who gave Cartwright a lift back to his house in La Grande, Oregon. The 22-year-old was taken to the hospital for dehydration and possible frostbite on his right foot. The craziest part of the story, though, is that Cartwright didn't eat one single chip that he was hauling. Good thing, because that stuff will really kill you.